Hey, welcome to Film Fan. This is a quick follow-up. I did a review of a movie that's streaming on Netflix called, you know what I'm talking about. I did a review on Malcolm and Marie. It seems to be all the rage on Netflix. Zendaya, John David Washington, shot in black and white. It's very French New Wave. It's not a bad looking film. It looks great. I did a review on this channel. I'll put the link to my initial review right here. Now, I thought about this, like, do I do a follow-up review? Is it a review part 2? Am I just bored? But no, I was inspired to do this review because there's a couple of factors for getting into this. I'm not going to do my whole intro thing. It's going to be a short video and to the point, but I will give you some history and explain to you why I'm doing part 2. I was in one of these clubhouse, I don't know what you call it. What do you call it when you're in a room, a chat, a session, whatever, event? And it was about Malcolm and Marie. And I thought it was interesting because I had just put my review up the day that I saw this Clubhouse notification come up talking about they were in, talking about Malcolm and Marie. That was a subject, you know? So I was like, let me hear what's going on. I listened to that conversation and then I had to leave at some point just because it was a little, I don't know. The Clubhouse thing is that's another whole conversation. But getting back to the film related shit that we do here on this channel. There's all this talk and I see all these videos and a lot of the perspective that Marie, Zendaya's character, let me just start with my thing that's annoying me the most and what I want to follow up on because I didn't really push it so much in my initial review. So I want to make sure I get it out there now. This whole idea that she's this victim or like it was a legit conversation between a woman who felt abused and used and, you know, she didn't get her just due and she was feeling some way about it and she had every right to express herself as a woman because she had been there for John David and she, you know, her character was so supportive of him and he basically went out and made a whole movie about her life and then forgot to thank her and didn't show her any love and he was always selfish and narcissistic and he was this egocentric filmmaker guy and she had a legit, you know, beef with him. And the whole movie is about a woman expressing her grief and her, you know, the pain and the jealousy and all that stuff. Here's the problem with that. If you don't understand that both of these characters, and I said it in my initial review, again, I'll put the link up here in case you didn't see that. I said it in the intro that this is a story about two narcissistic artists, narcissism, insecure, insecure artists. They kind of go fucking hand in hand, people. You know, no insult to my fellow artists. I'm a fucking artist. I'm an actor. I've done shit. I'm direct and all that shit and write. This is not an insult against the artistic community, but I mean, let's just keep it real amongst ourselves. There is a certain amount of insecurity and narcissism that comes with that definition of being a fucking artist. Okay, let's just keep it real. So I'm keeping this very real talk here. All right. Zendaya's character was equally as narcissistic as John David Washington. Okay, so Marie was equally as narcissistic and fucking selfish as Malcolm was. Let me tell you why. This guy has the night of his life, let's just say, right? If you know the story, stay with me. You know what I'm talking about. If you don't want this ruined, again, there's really no spoilers in this movie. It's just a long argument between two narcissists, okay? But that said, he had the night of his life. He did a film, finally getting some recognition that he feels worthy of, that he feels he deserves, and he's been striving towards, and, you know, that's his whole thing. Now, she's basically bitter and upset since from the moment they walk in. He's on a high. He's dancing to James Brown. He pours himself a drink. It's the best night of his fucking life as an artist and his career. This is the best night for him. And she's sulking and she's miserable because he forgot to thank her during his acceptance speech. Here's the problem. I'm not suggesting that she didn't have a legit beef. I'm not suggesting that it would hurt and it would be, you know, it would be upsetting if like the person you're dating at the time, and I'm going to get back to that in a minute because the point that they're just dating and that they're boyfriend and girlfriend is important here. Okay. But I'm going to get back to that in a minute. But yeah, I see her point. I don't want anyone to misconstrue this that I'm suggesting that Zendaya's character, that Marie didn't have some sort of legit beef. Well, let's be honest. Let's be real, people. You want to keep it real? Let's be real. Let's look at the definition of selfish. The man that she supposedly loves and is there for and supports in every way has the night of his life. And the only thing she could think about is the fact that she wasn't thanked. Let that sit for a second. I'll give you a moment. Let's be honest. We've all had moments like that in our lives. We've had moments in relationships where if we truly love the person, if we are truly about the person, if we truly set ourselves aside and we're not being selfish for the moment, we let them have their moment. We understand that this is not the time and the place for this to bring this issue up. Maybe I'm just going to, I'm not going to ruin this person's high because I have a beef or I have something to say. Maybe I'll just hold off till tomorrow. She had every bit of option to let it go and to love her man in the moment and let him ride that high and ride that wave, even if it was eating her up inside. But she didn't do that. She spent the whole fucking night bitching. And he spent the whole night bitching. I'm not just putting it all on her. I want you to be aware of that. This is not an anti-Marie thing. This is just, I'm calling out the movie for what it is and letting you understand it from a perspective of this was a great argument. Let me make sure that I reiterate. I think I like the film. I shouldn't say love. I almost said love the film. I like the film. It was just too long. But at the end of the day, it's an argument between two people who need a shit ton of love and confirmation and validity from each other. That's all it is. Somebody brought up in that Clubhouse stupid thing I was in, they brought up, oh, well, yeah, but the whole movie that he made was about her. He basically used her and made an entire movie about her and then had the nerve to treat her like that. Okay, so first of all, you must have missed the part where he broke it down and talked about all the other people, all the other women, all the other people he ran through or whatever he used for inspiration for that particular character. Now, as a writer, I particularly know what that feels like to create character based on a composition of certain qualities of different women or different, I shouldn't just say women, different people in your lives. And that's what he did. And that was a reality moment and like a truth moment for her to have to hear. And he broke it down. Was it nice that he did that? Was it wrong? Did he have to hurt her feelings? But again, as I said in my previous review, this is a movie about two people trying to eviscerate each other every 5 minutes. All right, they're going, no punches pulled, and they're going for the gut. They're going for the jugular in this. And he explains to her that, look, you thought the whole fucking movie was about you? Yeah, some of it was about you. And yes, you provided some inspiration, but I got a whole bunch of other females that contributed to this particular, character. So again, for her, it's all about her. You didn't thank me. You didn't give me enough props. I need my just due. You didn't cast me in the movie. She goes through a whole acting audition for him to show that she could have played the part. The whole thing is about her. Her entire argument is based around the fact that me. And his whole argument was a thing about me. And it's all he wanted was me. Again, to summarize, two artists, super insecure, needing a shit ton of validation from themselves, from each other, from the world. That's what this is about. That's all I had to say. I just had to rant about that for a second. Oh, the other thing I want to talk about was the age, the disparity thing about the age. Apparently that even sort of precedes the actual viewing of the movie. There's all this stuff about the age differences. Let me explain something to you. In Hollywood, older men dating younger women, that's not some far-fetched weird thing. Now, I'm not taking sides and suggesting that the 65-year-old guys who are dating 21-year-old Victoria's Secret models, I'm not saying good, bad, indifferent, would I let, if I had a daughter that was 21, would I, that's not the conversation I'm having with you. I'm pointing out to you that realistically speaking, it's not so weird that a 30-something-year-old guy in Hollywood would be dating a 21-year-old woman. That's not something odd. So get over it. Let's get over it. All right. That's my follow-up from Malcolm and Marie. I had to do it. I got new material coming to you sometime this week. I'm working on a couple of film things that I can't wait to share with you. So, let me know. If you want to argue about this, you want to tell me in the comments what you think, let me know. I totally respect your opinions. I totally want to hear from you. Let me know, are you Team Marie, Team Malcolm, or are you on my side, which is they're both, it was a great argument between two people that are narcissists, that are insecure, that it could have been a much shorter film. But it was a great argument. No questions there. It was great. All right. That's it for me on Film Fan. That's my rant on Malcolm and Marie. All right. If you like the video, go ahead and hit the like button. I really appreciate that. If you haven't subscribed and you're new here, hit the subscribe button and the notification bell so you know when I put up new content. And I will see you on the next Film Fan.